everyone. Usually I tend to speak off the cuff, but to spare emotion and not knowing what to say, I actually wrote something out, and it's a little bit of a novel, but it's going to be good. I promise. I'm hoping. So here we go. It's already starting. So they say that when you are writing a speech, that you should always grab the attention of your audience, build to your point, and then hit them with a grand statement or at the very end. Now, as anybody that knows me, I've never been anyone for convention or following the rules in any sense. So, I'm going to start off with my grand statement. My brother is the best human being I know. And that's how you make him cry right off the bat. One for Eric. So, we're all sitting around, and, I thought I'm giving a toast, and we're all sitting around, we're drinking wines, and we have champagnes, and Merlots, and Malbecs, and, somewhere in the world of wine, who did that? We'll edit that out of there. Somewhere in the fine world of wines, there is this fine blend of Ulloa and Mora. And outside of this first blend came a very special varietal of wines, a couple of varietals. They're all very different from the original source, but still carrying many traits from each. There is a Kristen, beautiful, intelligent, stubborn, thoughtful, doesn't know how to answer her phone or return messages, caring, and all in all, a great representation of the original Ulloa Mora blend. There is an Eric, devastatingly handsome, humble. I lost my place. Creative. Doesn't understand the word no. Driven. Slightly annoying. Compassionate. And all in all, another fine representation of the Ulloa Mora blend. Now, somewhere in the middle of these two, 1984 to be exact, a great year for varietals, came Orion. Now, at first, the idea of a little brother was something I couldn't handle. Perhaps the idea of sharing my parents with someone was too much for this soon-to-be 3-year-old hyperactive child. Ryan was greeted by me pinching him in his crib when no one was looking. There is photo proof of this. And photo proof of me attaching stickers all over his diaper for my own amusement. I don't know why I did it, but it's there, it happened. We can't take it back. So, time eventually forced me to realize that this weird-looking little meatloaf was here to stay. We'll get to that. And perhaps I should embrace being the eldest brother and get to know him. It was at this point that I realized I not only had a little brother now, but I had a best friend and advocate for life. This new addition to our family looked up to me and thought I was the coolest person he knew. When I was bored, I had someone to build forts with me and turn our staircase into the setting for an epic Batman versus the villains adventure. Now I want you to get who played Batman and who played villains. It's not too hard. At night, we laid in our beds and asked each other 5 things that happened at school today, and held to answering all 5, no matter how tired we may have been. If I did something wrong, which was often, Ryan would keep the secret and not tell anyone. If I liked something, Ryan liked the same thing. Now, time and growing up would change our interests, and we each found our own circle of friends, but the foundation had been laid for a lifelong friendship and understanding of one another. Now, it may seem from the outside for everyone here that my brother and I are completely different. He's a Republican. You get that little bit of like a throat feeling in your throat, And Republican. And I'm a Democrat. It's a small minority in this room, geez. Woo, I'm gonna skip past that. He follows sports obsessively, And I watched last year's Super Bowl for the Beyonce halftime show. It's true, it's amazing. He likes a 5-star hotel in a foreign country. I like hiking through the jungles and climbing dangerous mountains in a foreign country. He's been a calming presence in my parents' life. I have given them every gray hair they have. And I'm only 32, there are more to come, trust me. Let's see, where are we? At the core, though, we've always shared the same ideals that our parents taught us when we were little kids. Take care of your fellow man on earth as if they were your own family, and treat people as well as you would want to be treated. For my brother, though, these are not just ideals, but standards he puts in practice every day of his life. I watched him, personally, walk up to a homeless man at a gas station and treat this stranger to any meal he wants at the nearby fast food restaurant. I watch him and his wife wrap presents for people less fortunate than them and drop them off at their local church. My own skepticism of religion comes to an extreme halt when I see the way my incredible brother lives his life. He doesn't just sit in a pew and listen or use the messages to pass judgment on others. He lives his life in the messages that we were all raised with as children in the church. Be good to others and spread love all over this world. That is where he becomes my role model, and the person that I sit back and go, damn it, I wish I were more like him. And my hand shaking. He reminds me that everyone is entitled to their opinion, no matter how absurd it may be. He reminds me that there is very little to really stress over in life. He reminds me that I better do my homework well before I engage into a politics discussion with him. And that sucks. Damn you being a lawyer. He also mentioned earlier, put this down for 1 second, that he taught me how to sing. Funny. Because what you guys don't know is that my brother has a CD on the way. It is called Ryan Ioa Sings the Greatest Songs in the Shower. And God bless you, Melissa, for this one. So I'm going to give you a little sampling of Ryan Ioa Sings Les Mis. So everyone, just give me a minute. Here we go. We're going to see if this works out here. Ready? It's worth it. Here we go. Wait for it. Here we go. That's right. Who am I? 24601. You're purple, not even red. Now, above all though, seriously, he reminds me to always be the best person I can be. For we're not judged by our words and ideals, but by the actions and ways that we live our lives. We can talk all we want, but until we actually put it into practice, we're not worth anything. And this man shows me that continuously. Now, a great varietal, like a Ryan, needs a proper pairing to balance it out. But what could it be? Now, I think my family will agree with something they've been wanting Ryan to figure out for a long time, and he finally figured out. Behind every great man is a great Cuban woman. See, that's more popular than the Democrat-Republican thing earlier, right? That one went well. Yeah. So I'd heard of this new girl in Ryan's life that everyone was very excited about, and that had actually been a part of Ryan's life for some time though, but in a different capacity. Now, my mother pulled me aside, as she usually does, and gives me the usual speech I get, which is, I will quote this, when I'm meeting somebody for the first time. Eric, we hardly know her, so please watch what you say. Sometimes you're too blunt, and seriously, just stop, don't curse, and no politics. This is a true story. So, I stashed away all four-letter words, dirty stories, and political battles as I prepared to meet Melissa. From the moment I met her, I knew she was the girl for Ryan. This is a true story. Ryan's had girlfriends in the past. I've known all of them. I've gotten to know them all. But there was something about Melissa when I met her. I don't know if it's just instinct or whatever. When I met her, I knew it. You feel it. And I pulled him into the room, and you remember, it was in Kristen's apartment. I pulled him into the crappy room that I was sleeping in an air bed in. Lovely room, air bed. And I said, Ryan, this is the girl you're going to marry. Don't screw it up. I didn't say screw up. My mom said, Eric, you're giving a speech. Don't say anything dirty. Don't say anything. So, now, Melissa came to visit Texas after Christmas that same year, and I felt so comfortable enough to really welcome her into the family, so I made a sign to greet her at the airport. The original sign, the massive Cuban flag, and on top of it I painted, "Welcome to America, Melissa." If you think I'm kidding, I'm not at all. It's true, it's a true story. My mom quickly forced me to change it. So after painting over the whole thing, the final product was a Miss Melissa greeted by a massive Cuban flag still that said, "Feliz Navidad, Melissa." She was in the middle of Dallas, Texas airport. She was well on her way to becoming family, but the clincher revealed itself in about 6 months later. If any of you here remember Ryan as a newborn, you remember that he had a face that, the old saying, only a mother could truly love. A good, strong mother. He was reddish colored. He had a full head of hair. He looked more like an Eskimo child than anything else. So I'm walking around the city and I receive a text from Melissa. And I open it, and this is the text I receive. Frameable. Although I think Kristen called dibs. My text back to her was immediately, "You're in the family." An hour later, here we go. So in addition to her brilliance in photo pairings, Melissa has proven to be the partner we always hoped Ryan would find himself with. It's clear to anyone who knows her how much she cares about my brother and how proud she is of his achievements. She is truly part of his great successes as she pushes him forward and reminds him that he deserves every great thing that comes his way. She is smart. She has her own opinion on things, something I can't say for some of the past girlfriends. But she has meshed herself into our family and become a part of the fabric, only making it stronger. She wants to start a family right away, and I may finally have a niece or nephew. Tick-tock, Kristen. Tick to the talk. What was that? Okay, 20, okay, there we go, okay. So, above all, she does what a great pairing should do, enhance the flavor and the power of the varietal. Apart, they should be able to hold up fine, but why would you want that when together it's a perfect balance? Now, I'm personally very big on family, I'm very big on my past, I'm very, very big on heritage. I feel it is my duty as the first generation of my family to respect the hardships that my ancestors put in, to appreciate the seeds that my parents struggled to lay down for us, and to bear the fruit that future generations will talk about as they continue their past within our story. So please, raise a glass with me. as we toast the next great varietal, a varietal that I know our abuelas and abuelos watching down on us will definitely put their stamp of approval on. The next great step in our legacy in the future of the family vineyard, the Ulloa Garcia blend. And I'm pretty sure that 2014 is going to be a damn good year for wine. Cheers.